I'm from the 262. I want to be like this. Thumbs up if you like it. I think I'd have to do that. Hi, I'm Malia Perez. I'm 21 years old, and I'm going to be letting you know what inspired me to do makeup and my journey of being a makeup artist.
Give us a little bit of your background.
Okay, so I went to school at Jackson College. I got blessed with a full ride. I played volleyball. It was a JUCO, so I was going to go there for 2 years. It was a good school. I met amazing people. My dad helped me get into school. Like, he pushed me to freaking work hard with volleyball, so like that's how I got into school too. So I want to thank my dad, my mom for the support. And so then it was my second year. I went back to college. I was there probably for 2 months, and then I went to a party, and me being the captain on the volleyball team, you know, I shouldn't have done that, but you know, you live and you learn. So I went to a party and I had made a comment. I didn't do nothing, I didn't touch anybody, but I made a comment, and the next day my friend gets kicked out of school for touching the girl, I guess. And I had gotten a letter in the email, or I had gotten an email, and it was just telling me that I would have to be going into court for making a comment that I had said. And I remember it was October 6th. 2 things had happened to me that day. I got like a really disturbing phone call from my sister that pretty much changed my family's life. Like, it was just like, it was hell for us. And I knew that day I had court, so waking up at 6 in the morning from my sister's phone call and then knowing that I had to go into court, it was just like a big stress on me. So I went into court very emotional. I wasn't like myself, obviously, from the news that I had heard from my family. And I automatically started crying. I was just like, I think to them, they probably felt like I was really guilty just because of the comment I said, but I mean, I admitted to it just because I didn't care. And I didn't think I was going to get kicked out of college for that.
What was the comment?
Snitches get stitches. I don't even like to say it because it's stupid. So, after that, I got out of the judicial. So I went back to my dorm, and we had to wait for the email. And me, mind you, I'm literally 4 hours away from school. So I got the email, and they were like, you are banned from Jackson College and you have to leave immediately. You're kicked out of college, pretty much. So I didn't know what to do. I was like scared. I was just emotional just because of like the situation with my dad, and I just was like, I was a wreck. I remember calling my mom, and I was telling my mom, like, Mom, I just got kicked out of college. And she was just like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, okay, we'll just come home. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna come home for a very long time. Like, I'm kicked out of college. And I just remember crying, like just bawling my eyes out and just like hitting everything. And it was me and my friend Mocha who got kicked out that day. So I remember coming home. It was probably, I got picked up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. They wanted me out by 4, and I was just like, no, that's a no. I can't go, you know, like usually my dad would be the one to pick me up, and at that moment I didn't have my dad. So I just remember going home, and it was just like, it was a lot of pressure on me. Like, a lot had hit me. So, you know, I didn't understand like why God put me in that situation. I'm like, what did I do to freaking deserve 2 things that just like crushed me, you know? So I was like really depressed. I wasn't Malaya, like the person that I am today. So I've grown tremendously. I was just like stayed in my room. I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 15 pounds in like 3 weeks. It was really bad. I just remember talking to my dad on the phone, which broke my heart because, you know, people go to school and that's like a goal people want to accomplish, going to college. So at that moment I felt like, dang, you know, like I just disappointed my parents. Oh, I'm getting emotional.
It's okay.
That moment I felt like I disappointed my parents. You know, people go to college and that's one thing everybody wants to accomplish, and that was my main goal. Like, I prayed every day to go to college, and just getting kicked out of school, I remember my dad telling me, like, you worked hard for what? Like, all that you just did, you just threw away. And that's what really broke me, because college is a big thing to me, just because I was the only one who really went to college in my family. So it was a really big thing to me. And school is not for everybody. It was definitely not for me, you know. Now that I think about it, God was probably like, you need to get your dumb ass out of school. He was like, you gotta go. Like, it's time to go. So when I was in school, I really didn't know what I wanted to go for. I was more of like, I'm gonna just go and just rock this out. Like, I didn't even really know what I was going into. I really went because of volleyball. I got a full ride off of volleyball. And it was like the best thing ever, you know? Like, I prayed every single night just to go to college. And I did that, and just to get kicked out of school on a full ride. Oh, that killed me. But it changed me, and at that time I didn't understand why I was put in that situation. But now I'm just like, I've grown to such a better person. I've accomplished so much in a year. It's been a year. And I feel like God has a lot in store for me. Mm-hmm. And sometimes in those situations, you don't understand, and you're just like confused, and you feel like, why is he putting me in this situation? Like, sometimes you gotta go through rock bottom just to see like what's at the top, you know? Mm-hmm. And I felt like that's what I did, you know. To get into makeup, and so this is me telling me how I got inspired. So what inspired me was, my dad finally was like, dude, you're not going to be freaking laying in your room all day. Like, you need to get up and do something. So makeup was a therapy for me, pretty much. So when I started doing it, it was just like every night. It was just for me just to like not think about like, damn, I really just got kicked out of college. Like, till this day, it's like, wow. Like, really, Malia? Like, come on. But at that moment, I was just doing makeup as a therapy, and just, that's when I was going out all the time. Like, I was just like, let me just go out, you know, I'll just have fun. And, I started doing makeup, and then I started to post pictures, and people were like, oh wow, like, you do makeup, can I book you? And then that's when it started to be like, okay, well, I just got a huge clientele, maybe I should start doing this for a living. So I went to my parents and I told them that I think I want to do makeup, and they were like, you don't want to go back to school? And I'm like, at this moment, I don't want to go back to school. And it was really hard. It was hard just to get back in, you know. So I went to school in Chicago. It's called Makeup First, and I wanted to get certified. The school was awesome. I've learned a lot on YouTube though, so my skills came from just practicing on myself and my sisters, and just learning off of YouTube.
How long did it take you to learn makeup off YouTube?
Well, I did makeup for a really long time. I'll probably say I did makeup for like 4 years, but I never did it on people. I did it on myself, and I was bogus as hell. Like, I was like, you know, I came a long way, but I think to like learn on other people, probably like a good, well, you know, I think I'm still learning. I'm not great. I'm good, but I'm not great. And I think about a year though, to like take me to be really confident. Not to be confident, but just like, okay, you know, like, I'm really doing this, you know, like, this is gonna be my work, this is gonna be my job. So I would say 4 months it took me to actually like.
That's good. It's a pretty short amount of time.
But I'm still learning.
Right. And what's your favorite part of like doing makeup?
I think my favorite part of doing makeup is like the people who come to me and they're like, oh my god, like, you're so good, like, thank you. Like, they feel good about themselves, because I've always been that type to make others feel good. So I think that's like my favorite part of doing makeup.
Making people feel good?
And the money.
Tell us about your most embarrassing story.
Of doing makeup?
Yeah,
or
it could be makeup, it could be anything that, yeah, just the most embarrassing story.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always like, I don't really get embarrassed, but I don't really know.
You're always doing something.
I know. I'm always doing something. Man, I would say flooding a guy's toilet. I would say that. I would say that's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, flooding somebody's toilet. I did, and it was just like, didn't know what to do. I was just like, damn, can you go fix your toilet real quick? I would say that would be embarrassing, because, you know, I'm a very open person. Like, if I have to fart, I'm a fart. If I have to poop, I'm a poop. But I I would say that was pretty embarrassing. That happened to me like one time. So.
Who supports you the most in like your makeup career?
My mom and my dad. They're very supportive, and my sisters and friends. But I would say my mom and my dad. Your family is always gonna be there for you, and I think in like life, that's really all you have is your family. So I would say my mom and my dad.
How do you stay positive and inspired?
I think, I don't know, actually. I'm just a positive person. My dad helps a lot too, you know, just talking to him, and he kind of inspires me. Like, my parents are like, parents aren't always going to be okay with you following your dream. They're going to be like, no, you need to get a job. You need to go back to school. Like, my parents are more understanding through it all, so it kind of helps me in a way. So it's like, okay, everyone's going to go through their downfalls. You know, you just got to pick yourself back up and just, you got to keep it pushing. And that's where I feel like I stay positive through it all. Just keep it pushing. You know, it happens, it's life. Can't do nothing about it. You can't keep dwelling on the negative situations. Like, every negative situation you have, like, get over it. You know, you can't do nothing about it. Just move on. And I feel like that's how I get positive.
What do you do when things get tough?
I cry. Yeah, I'm kidding. When things get tough, man, I just really think, you know, like, okay, everything happens for a reason. So that's the type of person I am. So when things get tough, I'm just like, you know what, you Malaya girl, just come on, you got it. Like, just stand your ground. That's kind of what I do.
You talk to yourself a little bit of.
I do. I talk to myself a lot. I'm always in my own little world. Like, I really do talk to myself a lot. Yeah.
Does it help you?
Yeah, no, it does. And I talk to my dad. My dad is very, like, he's one person I really look up to. So when things do get tough, I go to him and I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do if this happens? Or, like, if anything bad, he was just telling me. He gives great advice.
Who's your favorite makeup artist?
Ooh. I don't even know, because there's Makeup by Mario and then there's Harouche. I really love Harouche. Like, I'm obsessed with her. She's so pretty too. I would say Harouche. I love Makeup by Mario, but I'm gonna say Harouche. She's my favorite makeup artist.
What are some tips or advice you can give anybody who just wants to follow their dreams?
I would say keep it pushing. Like, every downfall you have, just keep it pushing. And I feel like nowadays, so many people compare themselves to, like, social media, and I feel like social media, like, portrays people to thinking that they have to be perfect or they have to have their lives together. Like, no, we're young, you know, we're supposed to go through these paths and downfalls, and we're supposed to lift ourselves up. But I would say just stay positive and just keep working. Like, I'm still not where I want to be, and you just gotta work hard, and you can't compare yourself to anybody else. You know, you gotta be your own person. So that's what I would say.
What have you accomplished this year, and what do you want to accomplish moving forward?
I think I accomplished of getting over the past and moving forward, and getting certified to be a makeup artist, and working in a salon now called Lavish Beauty, and being able to work with my friend Tamia. She's helped me a lot and helped me meet new people. I loved her and her family, and yeah, and I think my biggest accomplishment is working for Akira. It's a big company, being a freelance makeup artist for them in Chicago, so I would say that was my big one. And I still have so many more to accomplish, so I think in the future I see myself working in LA and becoming a makeup artist for celebrities. I'm a big fan of Adrienne Bailon. I love her, so hopefully in like a year or 2 years I could be doing her makeup. But I think just becoming a makeup artist for celebrities is what I really want to do, and have a platform for myself. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Malaya15, L-A-L-A. You can follow me on Twitter, Perez Malaya. You can follow me on Snapchat, Malaya_XOXO. You can follow me down here.
And that's a wrap.